In this video, we take on Delta Breeze, coach of the San Antonio Sprites. Can our Mirror Herb Raging Bolt steal the boost of his Shell Smash Blastoise, or will we crack under the pressure? This is KPL Week 2. Good morning, KPL fans. Today we are here with our Week 2 match of the Kitakami Premier League against our good friend Delta Breeze. We see he has brought his Blastoise, which we are not surprised about. We see the Grimmsnarl, which is huge. We see the Ceruledge, which we are a little concerned about. The Conkeldurr is what we are most concerned about. That Conkeldurr is huge. The Arboliva is also a threat. And then we have the Fortress too. So out of all those things, Grimmsnarl is a possible lead, and Fortress is also a possible lead. I think the plan, so we don't see the Thundurus, which is good. We don't see the Mamoswine, which is good. So I think our plan is to lead with our Pipsqueak, maybe get a taunt off on something. But this is going to be a good match against Delta Breeze. We've battled Delta Breeze all 3 seasons of the KPL now, and we've beat him each time. So it's about time that he's come full force in order to take me down. He is really excited about that Blastoise, which is this Terra Captain. It can be a water, electric, or dragon type. Arboliva is also a Terra Captain. Bringing them both kind of has some mind games playing for me. But let's see, are there any mons that we brought that are no longer necessary? So the Slowking is a bit unnecessary. The Raging Bolt is going to be huge here. So we see Junior, the rank master, which is the what is this called? The Grimmsnarl. I don't think Grimmsnarl is a great bring here. I am just gonna let off. Ooh, what do we want to do? Do we go for damage or do we not? I think he's gonna get his screens up, right? So he could Thunder Wave us, which would not be fun. But I'm just gonna let him get that one screen up. So we're just gonna go for a taunt. I'm imagining that he's gonna go for a reflect here. We're gonna go for a taunt. Then we'll go for maybe like a bulk up. That would be big. Are we faster than a Grimmsnarl? We don't have any speed investment. We're like max special defense. So we have our, what is this called? We have our Annihilate versus, oh, he does go for the Thunder Wave. So that is huge. So he goes with the Thunder Wave. We is paralyzed, so maybe unable to move, and we get our taunt off. Great. So he is not going to get any, he's not going to get any screens up, which is great. He'll probably go, I think he would stay in and go for a, like a Spirit Break or something. So we're just going to switch into our Kuvira. I think that is what we are looking for. So we're going to switch into our Kuvira. That Thunder Wave is huge. However, do we still outspeed the Fortress? Fortress is really what we brought the Annihilate for. So Fortress support, it's 40 speed. If we are paralyzed, we still outspeed the Fortress. So we do have to worry about every once in a while those getting full paired, but let's see what he goes for. So here he goes for the Spirit Break, right? So he goes for the Spirit Break. No, barely any damage. We take the Mirror Armor, so his special attack falls, and he gets Rocky Helmet. Great. So what does he go out into here? Here, Ceruledge might come out. What does the most to Ceruledge? So against a Ceruledge, and from our Corviknight, a Brave Bird would do the most. So I don't think he stays in here. Maybe he wants to get a T-Wave off on this thing. I don't think so. But he should definitely switch out, and so we're gonna go for some damage on the Ceruledge. So he does switch out. Great. What does he switch out into? The Nox, and Nox is going to be the for the Fortress. So we switch out into our foot. So we get our Brave Bird off. It does barely anything. Is he Rocky Helmet? We take a little recoil. Is he Rocky Helmet? Nope, he is Leftovers. So that's good that we broke his sturdy. Against the Fortress, we're gonna go into, because we're already paralyzed, we're just gonna go into our Annihilate. I don't want him, maybe he'll probably Volt Switch out here, honestly, but maybe he goes for his rocks here. So we go in, he wants to go for Stealth Rock, great. So he goes for Stealth Rock. For Annihilate, what does he have? How much does Rule Edge do to Annihilate? So Rule Edge against an Annihilate. Ooh, Poltergeist does a lot. If we get one defense boost off, we would survive a Poltergeist. So we are gonna go for... We're gonna go for a bulk up. See what he goes for. Again, I think I think the Cerule Edge is probably his best move. He could go back into Grimmsnarl. Maybe he's expecting a Rage Fist, and we can go into, and he goes into Arbalava. But I think our best bet here. Do we get Fire Punch? Maybe he's like fearing a Fire Punch and goes into Blastoise. In the event that he does go into Blastoise, Raging Bolt is always going to be our answer. So he does withdraw. What does he withdraw into? He switches into the Wicked, the Reliable Partner. So that is the Cerule Edge. Great. So we go for a bulk up. Cerule Edge, Poltergeist, Shadow Sneak, Bitter Blade. We are +1 attack and +1 defense. I am worried about a full para, honestly. So we're just gonna switch into Slowking. So we're gonna switch into Slowking. Whatever he wants to do, go for. Does this thing get Solar Blade? Actually, let me see. And is Solar Blade, that takes a turn to power up in Sun. So Solar Blade charges 1 turn, hits turn 2 in Sunlight. Does not do the charge. Okay, so we're gonna go into Slowking. Hopefully he goes for like a Poltergeist here. And then we're able to, because we're rocking Slowking with no item, so if he goes for a Poltergeist against the Slowking with no item, it will fail. So we switch out. Maybe he goes for a Swords Dance, honestly. Swords Dance might be his best play, expecting us to switch out. So we switch out. Here we take some Stealth Rock damage. He goes for a Poltergeist, which fails. Great. So, I think a Scald may be a good move here, just because I'm not sure if I want to set up yet. So let's just go for a Scald. And so that Poltergeist is great. He's like, oh, like, why didn't that work? Because we have no item. So he switches out. This might be our first attacking move of the game. Like, oh wait, no, Brave Bird. Actually, he switches out into Hans. Hans is that Conkeldurr. So we Scald. Hopefully no burn. No burn, and he is not Guts. So Conkeldurr, not the Flame Orb. Maybe he is Choice Band. So Conkeldurr, Choice Band, like max attack, Adamant. Knockoff does 61 to us. I still don't think this is the time to be setting up. So we are gonna go into our Kuvira. So we're gonna go to our Kuvira. Maybe he goes for the Thunder Punch. Oh, I didn't even check for the Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch does 60 to 74. How much does it go to knockoff? So we go for the knockoff. That did not do anything to Kuvira. We lose our Rocky Helmet. But now I think we go for a Roost. Are we faster? We should be faster. And so that'll tell us a lot about what he wants to go for. So we're gonna go for a Roost. And so with us switching out the Slowking, we do have a Regenerator boost now. And so that is gonna be helpful. I think he's playing this very safely. He's playing this very well. Which makes a lot of sense. Like, we're still in the early part of the game. I I do think that Delta Breeze is a better player than I am, but I think I'm a better team builder than he is, and so these have definitely been evenly matched. Like when we have gone against each other in the past, like I think like one time it was like a blowout, but the other time it was like a 1-0. And so we see this, we go for the roost. What does this want to do? So Fortress, does it get like Thunderbolt? I know it gets Volt Switch, Thunder Wave. We don't want to be Thunder Waved, so we're gonna go into our Pipsqueak again. So we go into our Pipsqueak. We keep taking more and more rocks, which is not great, but we go into our Pipsqueak. What does he probably Volt Switches, doesn't he? Yep, Volt Switch, so should have stayed in. That did nothing. So he sees that we're especially defensive. He might even think that we're Assault Vest after that, which is huge. But Annihilate just has great special defense overall. I'm not even on the right league. Let me pull up the right league document. That's what happens when you're in multiple different leagues. So we are going against the San Antonio Sprites for week 2. Great, yeah. So Annihilate special defense is, it's 90, but it has 110 HP. So Annihilate is just being an awesome pivot for us right now. He's really taking his time to think about this. We also, me and Delta Breeze also have really long matches. So I already know, just buckle up. We will be here for a long time. So if I were him, I'd probably go into the Grimmsnarl and start getting on my screens, hoping that we get something off. I think if he does go Junior, which is the rank master, I think with him, what is that? Leftovers? Great. So we see the leftovers. I haven't been keeping track of items. So Fortress has leftovers. The Conkeldurr is probably Choice Band, and the Grimmsnarl has leftovers. So with him doing that, we're just gonna go into our Kuvira again, and hopefully we'll be able to defog away some of this stuff. Does this get any elemental punches? If it does, that would be huge. It does get all of the elemental punches, except for even Fire Punch. So maybe a Thunder Punch is coming out from the Grimmsnarl, predicting the Corviknight. So Grimmsnarl, dual screens against Corviknight. If it goes for Thunder Punch, because this thing has a huge attack, 120 base attack, Thunder Punch honestly doesn't do anything to us. So if it's not, so it goes for Parting Shot. We are Mirror Armor, so it's just gonna lower its own attack and special attack. So Mirror Armor is huge if it stays in with that move, but which it does not. So again, with this, it probably goes into the Ceruledge. That seems to be its answer to the what's it called, the Corviknight. And with the Ceruledge, we're always gonna go into our Slowking. We are slowly getting worn down, so I do wish you stayed in there so we would be able to defog. Parting Shot was also very interesting to go for in front of an Annihilate because of Defiant. So we would have got a huge attack boost from all of those attack and special attack drops. So maybe next time, especially because we are weakness policy, we stay in against the Annihilate. Can we take a Volt Switch? I think we can. Corviknight versus, what is this thing? But I don't want this to get paralyzed at all. Let me think. Versus, what is this? Fortress. Fortress is what it's called. So it's gone for Volt Switch. Volt Switch would do 23% to us. We are already slow, but I brought this for Conkeldurr. So Conkeldurr is 45. Say it doesn't have any speed investment, and we are paralyzed. If we are paralyzed, it does outspeed us, so we can't risk it. We need to go into... Ooh. Maybe we go into our Toad Scroll. Right. We go into our Toad Scroll. It goes for Volt Switch or Thunderbolt or something, or T-Wave. So we go into our Toad Scroll. We are going to take some rocks, which is not too bad. it goes for Volt Switch. Great. So it's not able to switch out. And we're going to be able to get a knockoff on something. So we're going to get a huge knockoff. Oh, maybe it's going to be on the Cerulege. Let's go for the knockoff. If Cerulege is weak armor, whatever its ability is, so this knockoff is going to give it like plus attack or special attack or something. No, speed. Sorry, speed. It might be able to outspeed us because we don't have any speed investment. We are generally fast on our Toll Scroll, like base 100 speed. But yep, if it's max speed, it already outspeeds us without the boost. So maybe if I were him, I'd go in and I'd go for the oh, he stays in. We go for knockoff. He loses his leftovers, breaks it sturdy. It goes for Ice Spinner. Ice Spinner is good. Does it take us out? Oh my god, brings us down to 18 HP. Oh my gosh. So we should be able to go into, what do we want to go to? What do we want to go to? Ice Spinner is good. Ice Spinner is a really good play. What do we bring this for? We brought the Toad Scroll for Thunderous and Volbeat, neither of which came. So I think we just go for damage here. Toad Scroll versus Fortress. What does the most? Earth Power does the most. So we're gonna go for Earth Power. Right, let's go for Earth Power. And it does, yep, good amount. Getting those chunks off. Goes for Ice Spinner again. And so that is the first kill of the game. First blood goes to the San Antonio Sprites. It's not going to be a 6-0. At least on R, we're not going to 6-0 him, which it's fine. I don't really go for the 6-0. So Toad Scroll. Oh, not Toad Scroll. Who gets the kill? Fortress KOs Toad Scroll with Ice Spinner. Okay, now we are gonna go into, now we can go into our Pipsqueak. And I think we're just gonna go for Rage Fist. I think we just want to get some damage off. Annihilate versus Fortress. Rage Fist doesn't do that much, honestly, so I think I might go for, do we go for Bulk Up? Because last time he went into Cerulege, right? So if we're at 347, we're at 347 HP against a Cerulege. Say we get to +1 defense. We're at 82. Poltergeist would not kill us. And we would just need to break through the paralysis. So it is faster than us, right? No, I don't even know. So we're just gonna go for the Rage Fist and get some damage off. So I think that's our best bet. We go for Rage Fist, it stays in. How much does it do? Oh wait, it does a good amount. Get to Volt Switch. Does not really do anything. So we're slowly whittling down that Fortress as well. Hopefully it's not like an explosion or anything. That would not be fun. Let's see. We haven't had Paras yet, so probably this next turn. Wicked. So Wicked is the Cerulege again. So we are gonna go back into our Slowking. He probably learned his lesson and goes for like a Shadow Sneak this time, or a Swords Dance maybe. Slowking. Shadow Sneak is a 3-hit KO. After +2, it's a 2-hit KO, but he'll only be able to do 1. And maybe we'll get like an Iron Defense and stuff off, and can do some of those shenanigans. So let's see what he goes for. Maybe a Bitter Blade. Maybe he's just trying to recover. I don't think he's taking any damage, right? No damage has been taken. And I love this mon. I love the design of this mon. It's so cool. This one and Armor Rouge, definitely some of my favorite mons from Scarlet and Violet. So we go for the Slowking. We take some Stone Edge. He goes for Poltergeist again. Did not learn his lesson. So last time he went into Conkeldurr here, and so I think we are safe to go for an Iron Defense. So he switches out. What does he want to go into? He goes into Ivy. What is Ivy? Ivy is the Arboliva. Oh, wow. Okay, so we go for an Iron Defense, Arboliva. And so this is going to be huge, being able to learn about what exactly kind of Arboliva set it is. So we are going to... the plan is always to go out into our Swallow. Hopefully he goes for like a grass move here. And then that'll tell us how much damage we take. We have to pay close attention to how much we take after Stealth Rocks. So Sokka come back. We go out into our Swallow. Hopefully he didn't predict that and go for an Earth Power. Please don't go for Earth Power. He went for Leech Seed. So he goes for Leech Seed. We are Liquid Ooze, so this should be hurting him, right? This should be hurting him. Health is sapped. Liquid Ooze, so he takes damage. Great. So, I think he switches out now because he doesn't want the Fortress to... And then the Fortress comes in. So, what I think we do is... I think we're just going to go for a Toxic. Yep, I know Fortress is going to come out. And we almost rocked like Earthquake or something. So Leech Seed is huge. That tells us that it's not Assault Vest. So we should be able to get... And it is also not Choice Specs. So that is awesome for us to see. We don't know its Terra type. So it could be Terra Fire. It could be... Oh, it stays in. We go for the Toxic. It probably goes for its Earth Power now. Is that what it's going to do? So, Earth Power, let's see how much it does. Earth Power, 304 to 170. 304 to 170. Let's see. 304 to 170 is 134 HP. So, 134 HP is how much damage? 134 HP is 33%. We're at 120 right now, so we're at 30%. Another Earth Power would take us out, but we are also we are Amnesia, sharply boost. So if we been going faster? I literally don't even remember if we've been going faster. So if we go for +2. Can this thing outspeed us if it's max speed? If it does outspeed us if it's max speed. So we're gonna go for we're gonna Terra into... If we go Amnesia, can we take 2? We're gonna Terra and we're gonna Amnesia. Yep, we're gonna Terra, we're gonna Amnesia. Let's hope that we've been going first, because I literally don't even remember. Oh wait, we did go first. We did go first. So we Terra Water. Strange of us to Terra Water in front of an Arboliva, but we Terra Water. We go for Amnesia. So we should, the combination of the Terra Water plus the special defense means we should live this Earth Power. Okay. Oh, that was a critical hit. Oh my gosh. No, does that take us down? Oh my god, that crit was huge. Okay, so Arboliva KOs Milo, what's its name? Swalot with Terra. Well, not with Terra, with Earth Power. Maybe we should have gone for the rest there. Yep. So in front of an Arboliva, we can go into Corviknight. Let's say it's Terra Fire. Terra Fire, Terra Blast would do a lot to us. How about Raging Bolt? Against a Raging Bolt, yeah, nothing really wants to do anything. Annihilate. Does it outspeed us? If it's max speed, it does outspeed us. Oh no, I misclicked. I misclicked. So we're gonna go into this against a Raging Bolt. Dragon Pulse does a lot. Earth Power also does a lot. So it may go in for its Leech Seed again, but we are just gonna swap into our Kuvira. Hopefully it goes for the Earth Power, and because we wanted to go into Corviknight, that was the plan. We go into Corviknight because Corviknight outspeeds. It can do enough damage with Brave Bird to take it out. But this may bait like a Terra Fairy, because it can be Terra Grass, Fire, or Fairy. This may bait like a Terra Fairy. This could, let's see. It could go for another Leech Seed, but the poison damage is just racking up so much that I don't think Leech Seed will be very helpful for anyone. So, we switch out, and the switch outs occur before the Terastallization. So we switch out into Kuvira. It goes for, what does it go for? We take our stones. It goes for Earth Power. Great, perfect. So we are not losing anything from that misclick. That is great. And it does rack up more toxic damage. It is Citrus Berry. Ooh, is it Harvest Citrus Berry? Is that what it is? Oh my god, it gets another. So we need to take this out fully with the Brave Bird. So if it doesn't Terra, we should be good. If it's Terra Fire, Brave Bird is still doing the most to it. So it does withdraw. It's gonna switch into Nox. Nox is what again? Nox is this thing. Let's see how much damage it is, and maybe we can take it out with another. Yes, so another Brave Bird should take this thing out. Hopefully it's not like Custap Berry. Yeah, nope, but it's leftover. So we're gonna take it out with another Brave Bird. So another Brave Bird. Phew, finally we get a kill. Oh my gosh, what is that? 27 minutes into the battle and we finally get a kill. So Corviknight. Corv. Oh my god, I can't spell. KOs Fortress with Brave Bird. Great. So he's lost its wall. Corviknight was its pivot to constantly get into the battle and out of the battle and into the battle. And so we should be able to also defog, and then all of our like rocks or anything will be free. Will be there to stay. Not all of his rocks will be gone. That's exactly what I mean. Sorry. So into the Corviknight, I'd probably go for the Cerule Edge again. Junior the Rank Master. So Junior is the... I don't know why he goes into this. I don't know what he does for us. If he goes for screens, how much is it? Thunder Punch doesn't do much. So I think we're gonna expect his screens and go for a... Let's go for a Roost. Let's get some health back. So he goes for Thunder Wave. Okay. Oh, that is what we thought he would go for. So he stays in. We go for Thunder Wave. It's paralyzed, so maybe unable to move. We go for Roost. Great. So that gets that off. Now we should be able to go for a Defog. He's probably going to switch out into something, so Defog will allow the Corviknight to come back in, and even if it's paralyzed, it should be able to live multiple hits from the Conkeldurr, which is great. So goes for Sucker Punch, which is not what we went for. We went for Defog, so we lose that. How much does Sucker Punch do to us from a, what is this? What is this? Oh my god, I always blank on the names. Grimmsnarl, Sucker Punch. If he's max attack, which I don't think he is, Sucker Punch will do like 30%. Oh, that's to Raging Bolt. To Corviknight, it'll do like 22 to 25. So, we're just gonna go for an Iron Head. So he goes for Parting Shot. So Mirror Armor does not do anything, reflects back on the target. So he goes into probably the Cerule Edge, right? What does he go back into? And honestly, like with the Corviknight being paralyzed, Terrifier Arbalava will wreak havoc. It will go crazy. So who knows? Who even knows? So we are... I think he goes back into the Cerule Edge. Maybe he's like, oh, it's Blastoise time, and he wants to get that Shell Smash off with his Blastoise. Maybe that's why he didn't Terra the Arbalava. Maybe the plan is to Terra with the Blastoise. But have I KO? I've only KO'd one of his mons, maybe two. How many did I KO? Is it only the Conkeldurr? I mean the Fortress? Yep, only the Fortress. So he comes in, we go for an Iron Head, which is not going to do too much. So we go for the Iron Head. It breaks its Sash if it has it, and that shows that it is Flash Fire and not anything else. So we come in, we go for our, go into our Sokka. He can't go for Poltergeist. So it's time for him to go for like a close combat, anything really. So we go into our Sokka. Maybe he'll like double switch. But with rocks being gone, we're definitely under a lot less pressure. So he does switch out. He is faster than us. He switches out maybe into the Arbalava. So yep, the Ivy comes out. We switch. What are we switching into? We're gonna switch into our Sokka. He takes poison. That'll put it in. That does not put him in Citrus Berry range. So with that, I think we have to go back out into our Corviknight, and it's gonna get a Leech Seed off on us. Maybe a Terrifier Terra Blast. Terrifier Terra Blast would be awful. So Leech Seed, great. It takes some damage. Like it gains some health, and then it takes some poison damage, and then we're gonna go for Brave Bird if we live. So takes some poison damage, basically back to where it is, and now we're gonna go for Brave Bird. So if Terrifier comes out, we should live. It'll be close, but we should live. And then we'll get our Brave Bird off. We'll die to Brave Bird recoil, but then he'll also die to the poison. That is what I'm expecting. If he Terra Fairies, then we have Iron Head. We just need to make sure that we don't get fully paralyzed here. So it goes for Strength Sap. Strength Sap is good. So Mirror Armor, its own attack fell. Our attack doesn't fall. Oh my god. But it does get some health back. So we go for Brave Bird. It does so much damage. Does it get it Citrus Berry? Is it Citrus Berry proc? Yep. The Citrus Berry is proc. And then Harvest brings it back. Nope, it does not. So it gets some health back from us from the Leech Seed. And then we are able to bring it down. So another Brave Bird will take it out. Another Brave Bird will take it out. Unless it goes for Strength Sap again. But it will be close because it won't have the Citrus Berry. So it goes for Strength Sap again. It gets some health back. But it is not it doesn't get a Citrus Berry. Oh, and we're paralyzed. Of course we are. Of course we are. And so now we have to go for Roost. Now we have to get our own health back. So he's expecting us to go for Roost. The poison is still racking up on him. And oh my god, lovely. Now it has its Harvest Berry back. So we're gonna go for Roost. A Terrifier Terra Blast would take us out. I don't think he's rocking Terra Blast with, so we've seen Earth Power, we've seen Leech Seed, we see Strength Sap, and then it has to have some sort of like grass move, some stab grass move. So I'm not expecting a Terrifier Terra Blast. Maybe, yep, Giga Drain. That's gonna be the grass move that it has. So And that did barely anything to us. So, and we're paralyzed and can't move. Of course we are. That is great. So another good drain will not take us out. It will be close, but we just need to make sure that we get this roost off. So the poison, great. And this is all because we got that he got that crit on the Swallow. If he didn't get that crit on the Swallow, we'd be in a much better position with this Arbolivo gun. So it goes for Strength Sap. So it's not a damaging move. Mirror Armor causes its own attack to fall. We get a roost off here. Couldn't move because it's paralyzed. Oh my god. So another, that's literally so crazy because now another Giga Drain will take us out. So we're going to, what are we gonna go for? We're gonna go for, we gotta go for a Roost. We gotta hope that he doesn't go for Giga Drain, or that we survive a Giga Drain, something like that. So we go for Roost. And we just pray. We pray. Giga Drain should take us out, but then the poison will go, and then he'll get his whatever. Oh, he switches out. What does he switch out into? Oh, he's probably predicting us to switch out. Junior, the Rank Master. So that is great that he is pushing out. We go for Roost, so we get our health back, which is awesome. And so I think now we go for, what did he go for before? I think we have to go for another Roost and get to a position where we have enough health to be good. Because if he attacks, even if it's a Spirit Break, it's going to do some damage. So we're going to Roost. It's going to go into Wicked. So it goes into Wicked. Please stay in. We go for our Roost, which is great. So we're at 377. It just got some health back. Now what are we at? What are we at now? Now we're at 327. So Corviknight at 327 versus a Ceruledge. Ceruledge Bitter Blade does 59 to us. If it's max attack. I think he's been predicting recently 59. That wouldn't be great for us, but we just have to go for damage, right? We have to go for the Brave Bird, and predict him to like overthink or switch out or something like that. So, see, he's taking his time. He's thinking about it right now. We can take a Bitter Blade, and so if he stays in, he Bitter Blades. Then we'll switch out into our Slowking. And then that. So he does. Oh, perfect. 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 Now we just need to make sure that we are getting. We just need to make sure we land this. Please land this. Please land this. Brave Bird. Great. Take it out. Take it out. Take it out. Oh, great. Oh, my God. We're back in the game. We're back in the game. It was not looking great for a second. So Corv KOs Arbolivo with Brave Bird. That is huge for us. That is huge. That is huge. So Mikey comes out, which is the Blastoise. So our answer for Blastoise has always been Rava. If he's like Terra Dragon, Terra Blast, maybe I should have calculated this before, but Blastoise, Shell Smash, max special attack. If he is Ice Beam on the Rava, it doesn't do much. If he is Terra Blast, he's Terra Dragon. Terra Blast, that would be bad, but anyway, we're gonna try to go for our plan. We're gonna try to go for our plan. So we're gonna switch out. Oh, he switches out. Mikey, what does he switch out into? He switches out into Junior. Junior is the Rank Master, so he switches out. We're going into our Rava. So we're gonna switch back out. Even though he's going to Parting Shot, we're going to switch back out into our Corviknight. Corviknight has always been the plan. Or No, because we don't want to take a parting shot on our Slowking. That would be too much to have to set up from or come back from. So we switch out into our Corviknight, and now we're going on 40 minutes. I told you, me and Delta Breeze always have these super long battles. So we are going to go into our Corviknight. He's going to parting shot. He still has the Ceruledge, so but now we can freely go into the Slowking on the Ceruledge with the Arboliva gone. So maybe he goes for screens now, but even with the screens, we'll be able to get a defog off that. So he hasn't gone for screens at all yet, but he is leftover, so maybe that's why he hasn't gone for screens. So he goes for Spirit Break. It's not going to do much to us. 252 to 214. Great. Mirror Armor. He gets that special attack drop. And so I think the smart play would be to Roost, because he's going to parting shot out. So we're going to Roost. We're going to Roost because we still need the Kuvira to take down the Conkeldurr. That is the reason we brought this. So we brought the Corviknight for the Grimmsnarl and the Conkeldurr. I'm not as concerned about the Grimmsnarl because we have Gunk Shot on our Annihilate, and Annihilate can take one Spirit Break and then be able to return damage because of the weakness policy with a Gunk Shot. So I'm not super concerned. Oh, he stays in, goes for Sucker Punch. And it fails. And we're paralyzed. So that is okay. I think Sucker Punch still would have activated if so he does switch out, probably into the, well, I don't know what he wants to go into. He goes into the Wicked. Great. So Slowking is always going to be our answer to this. So hopefully we get our Roost off. Couldn't move because it's paralyzed. Of course it couldn't. So we're going to go into our Slowking. He probably now goes into his Blastoise, expecting me to go for Slowking, and then he'll be able to get his Shell Smash off. That's the kind of Blastoise that he's running for sure. I know he was really excited to run that. Like, Blastoise was his first round pick. Bitter Blade comes off, does not do much at all. But we can go for Scald and hopefully get some damage off. Otherwise, if Blastoise comes in, I hope we get a burn. If Conkeldurr comes in, I hope we don't get a burn. So Junior, the Rank Master, comes in. So, great. Yep, we go for Scald. Get a burn. A burn would be great. A burn would be yes! Oh my god. Not to be dramatic, but we so deserve the burn. After all the paras that we got, after the crit on Swalot, after all the things that have happened in this match, that burn was a given. That burn was required for us to get. So the what is this? So the Grimmsnarl as a physical attacker is now not going to be doing really anything. So Grimmsnarl is now just like fodder. And so I'm assuming it'll parting shot. We're going to go into our Corviknight. It'll parting shot into the Ceruledge, of course, and then the Ceruledge will come out. We'll go into our Slowking, and we'll just keep playing these games. We'll keep playing these games because and this is usually how our matches go. I remember the last time this happened, it was like Manaphy and Mamoswine and Manaphy and Mamoswine, and I know Delta Breeze just got tired of doing the same old game, and then he switched it up and threw. So that is what I'm expecting, and I think I'm able to make those predictions based off of how many times we've played and we've mocked him and things like that. That's why I felt so comfortable like going for the Brave Bird on the Ceruledge, knowing that he would switch into his Arboliva. So this is still anybody's game. I think it's definitely in his favor with that with that Shell Smash Blastoise in the back, but this is still anybody's game for sure. Again, I think the Ceruledge has to come out here. I think it'll go for the Bitter Blade because it has to. The Slowking takes that Bitter Blade damage and then switches out, and so the Regenerator comes back and it gets its Regenerator. So it goes into Wicked. Of course, we are going to go into our Slowking without a shadow of a doubt. See, the Slowking is back at full health. It does have Bitter Blade. It does have Poltergeist. I'm assuming Shadow Sneak. I think it needs to set up. Like, the Ceruledge needs to set up with Swords Dance and Shadow Sneak. because I think that's the only way that it would be able to get that damage off. So it did have Sucker Punch on the Grimmsnarl, so maybe the Ceruledge is not rocking Shadow Sneak, but I don't know what else it would have besides Shadow Sneak. So we're gonna see what it goes for. I thought this thing got like knockoff or something, but the Ceruledge set doesn't seem to be doing what it needs to be doing, especially being Flash Fire. Like if it was weak armor, that would be different. Oh, so here's the Shadow Sneak. The Shadow Sneak comes off, does not do too much. We should be able to take another. And he knows we should be able to take another. So we're gonna go for Scald. If he goes for another Shadow Sneak, we're gonna slack off and then we're gonna Iron Defense. I think that's what we're going for. So we Scald. The Blastoise doesn't have Flip Turn, or maybe it did and it was expecting like a Thunderclap from. So it does switch out. It's gonna switch out into the what? It switches out into the Grimmsnarl again. Our Grimmsnarl is burned. So we go into the Grimmsnarl, and so the burn is negating that leftovers. It's still getting less and less. If we go into, how does Defiant work? I'm not really sure. So Defiant, the Pokemon's attack is raised by 2 for each stat of its stats that is lowered by a foe. So if it goes, I don't think, maybe this is where I throw, where I'm getting tired of the same old. So I don't think the Pipsqueak is going to be doing much here, right? And so I think we're gonna go, and what does Parting Shot do? Parting Shot lowers attack and special attack. So no, we're gonna play it safe. It would be goated if we did, but we're gonna play it safe. We're gonna go into our Corviknight. I'm expecting a double from him, honestly. So he's gonna Parting Shot into, and if he does it again, then it'll make sense, and then we'll be able to go for it. But we just need to guarantee that this is what he's locking himself into. So every time he's gonna go into that Parting Shot, we do the Mirror Armor. So the next time that this comes out, we're gonna go into our Annihilate. Annihilate is going to get a huge boost. Then we're going to go for Rage Fist. We haven't seen any item on the Ceruledge, so it's possible it could be. Oh, the Blastoise comes out, and so our Blastoise answer is always our Rafa. We're always going into this on the Blastoise. So maybe he reads this and goes for the Ice Beam this time. Maybe he doesn't and goes for. Maybe he doesn't goes for the Terra Blast Dragon. Maybe he goes for the Shell Smash. Maybe this is, like I said, maybe this is me predicting him being like, I'm tired of this, let's end this game, go for the Shell Smash. So he goes into the Blastoise. Hopefully he goes for Shell Smash and we'll get our Power Herb off. That has been the goal ever since I started prepping for this. So it was like Power Herb, no, Mirror Herb, whatever herb it is. Mirror Herb, Raging Bolt. At first it was Mirror Herb Annihilate. That would have been good, but Mirror Herb Annihilate. And so it goes for Ice Beam. Ooh, so Ice Beam takes it down to 188. And so if it stays in, we're gonna go for Thunderclap. So Thunderclap if it stays in. If it goes for Shell Smash, like right in front of us, expecting us to like fail on the Thunderclap. And so Thunderclap is like Sucker Punch, it only goes if the opponent attacks. And so we're gonna go for the Thunderclap. It does switch out, so it switches out into Junior the Rank Master. So it switches out into this. The Thunderclap comes out, and so it gets its leftovers, it gets burned. This is the time we're gonna go into our Annihilate. So we're slowly getting whittled down. We don't want to get Sucker Punch. We don't want to get Parting Shot. We're going to go into our Annihilate. Annihilate, if it gets a Parting Shot, then we have these huge boosts. And we have to pay attention to the boosts because I'm not exactly sure what kind of boosts are going to be. So it goes for the Parting Shot. We are Defiant. So attack fell. Defiant, so attack sharply rose, and then special attack fell, and then attack rose sharply even more. So honestly, that probably was a dumb play because Cerule Edge and its Bitter Blade against the Annihilate will be able to take it out. We may have to sack off our Annihilate now because of that. No, it would be dumb to sack it off, right? So this comes out, and we just go into our Slowking. We just, because we're not faster, we just go into our Slowking. And so Slowking, again, because Regenerator, back at full health. And we may have to start setting up Calm Minds in order to beat that Blastoise. The Blastoise with Rava being so low is going to be a problem. So Slowking versus Blastoise. So it goes for Poltergeist, not doing much at all. We're going to go for... What do we go for? Is this what we go for? Because what does Parting Shot do? Parting Shot lowers target's attack and special attack by 1. So we have to go for Skull. So we go for Skull on the Grimmsnarl. And hopefully this kills. It's not going to kill from that distance. So we go for the Skull on the Grimmsnarl. Oh, it does. That was a crit. Okay. So now we have Slowking KOs Grim Snarl with, what is it? With not with Blastoise, with Scald. So our Rava is always our move here. What does Blastoise do to... What does Blastoise do to our Slowking? It doesn't do much to our Slowking. And what does it do to our Annihilate? It doesn't do too much to our Annihilate either. So Rava's always going to be our move here. If it wants to go for Ice Beam, it'll go for Ice Beam. I think he's in the position where he has to predict, but in the event that we do get that Shell Smash off on the Rava, that would be completely insane. That would go so crazy. So maybe he's like, yeah, I gotta go for Shell Smash here. I think Slowking against the Blastoise can 1v1 it. So unless it's Terra Electric, then we're not going to be having a good time. But I don't ooh, Terra Electric would be really good, honestly. Because of our Corviknight, because of our Slowking. So we go into Rava. It is going to Terra. Is it Terra Electric? Is it Terra Dragon? If it's Terra Dragon, Terra Blast, good for him. So it is going to be Terra Electric. So we may have just lost here. So Blastoise, the Mon that I made fun of round 1, may have just lost this game. So it goes for Ice Beam. We live on 2. That's crazy. Are we faster? We are not faster. So versus our Slowking, not versus the Slowking, versus the Rava. Thunder, and it's electric type now. So Dragon Pulse does the most, but we are not faster. So we have to go for Thunderclap. So I don't know if Thunderclap or Aqua Jet goes first. I'm assuming that Thunderclap will go first, but that'll just help us get some chip damage. That should do about 21 to 25%. So let's see what exactly it's gonna do. So we've seen the Ice Beam. I'm assuming Surf, Terra Blast, and Shell Smash. So we are gonna just get this Thunderclap off. Okay, it is gonna withdraw. I will save this. On 2 HP, I fully will save this. So it goes into Wicked. We see it go into Wicked. Thunderclap does not work. And we are gonna switch into our Slowking. There is no reason for us not to. We're gonna switch into our Slowking. Just to look at our Annihilate, we're at 321. On the Annihilate, which is 71%. A +2 Terra Electric Terra Blast on Annihilate. Yeah, nothing takes us out. It goes for burn. So we don't have leftovers. We don't have anything like that. We're not a physical attacker. So we are just gonna go against Blastoise. If we get a +1 special defense, that does help us. Oh no, that's the Annihilate. Against the Slowking, if we get a +1 special defense, yeah. So our best bet is to go for Scald. Our best bet is to just get that damage on the Blastoise. So we're gonna go for Scald, see what it wants to go for. It does switch out. It goes into Hans. We go for Scald. No burn, please. It does get the burn. And it's probably Guts. So it goes into, what is this thing called? Conkeldurr. Goes into Conkeldurr. It is burned, but it has a choice band. Knockoff does 61% to us. So we are at 346 right now. We're burned, and we're at 346. So knockoff does 61% to us, which will bring us down. We're at 90% right now. So 90. Oh my god, we're running out of time. So 90 minus 61 is 29. That brings us down to 29%. If we go for +2 with an Iron Defense, it'll be a roll for the next knockoff to kill us. So I think we have to go for that roll. So we're gonna Iron Defense here. It goes for Mach Punch. Oh, interesting. So the Iron Defense here. Expecting the Blastoise to come out now, we're gonna go into we're gonna Calm Mind. Thunder Punch. Oh, that still did nothing. Great. So we're gonna Calm Mind. So it's, oh, and so it just switched. So that tells us that it's not choice band at all. And so we see the Thunder Punch. In case Blastoise wants to come out, we're gonna go Calm Mind again. Get that second Calm Mind off. Let's see. I do think you go Blastoise here. I don't think you can afford to not to. Goes for another Thunder Punch. That does like 20 HP, so we go for a Calm Mind. So right now we're at +2 special defense. We're at +2 defense, and we're at +2 special attack. If I was stored power here, that would be crazy. But so now we have to go for Slack Off. So we're gonna go for Slack Off. Maybe this is a Slowking game. I was expecting for it to be Rava, but maybe this is a Slowking game. So we're gonna go for our Slack Off, get some health. 3 minutes left until the battle ends is crazy. So he switches out, and because we've literally been playing for an hour. We're going until timer. So he goes into that. We get a Slack Off. Takes us to 375. 375 against the Blastoise. Shell Smash, let's say it is Terra Electric, Terra Blast. If it goes for Shell Smash, it'll be +2. So we have to go for Scald. get some damage off. If this is where it goes for Shell Smash, that's gonna be crazy. So we should be able to finish this off. We should be able to finish this off. It may be close, like Conkeldurr or something. May have to do something. Oh my gosh, he needs to hurry up. We only have 3 minutes left. Quit thinking. Just be hitting some buttons. So it goes for Shell Smash. Is it White Herb? It goes for Shell Smash. Defense falls. Special defense falls. Attack rose. Special attack rose. Speed rose. Is it White Herb? Yes, White Herb returns its stats to normal. We go for Scald. It takes, oh my god, the crit on the Scald and the burn. Okay, now I think we're fully even now. We are fully even now. So now we're gonna go for, we get the burn. We're at 327. 327. A modest Terra Blast, so we're at 83%. A modest Terra Blast does not take us out. So we have to go for Scald here. Goes for Terra Blast. This should not take us out. Because of our boost, this should not take us out. 60 seconds until the battle ends, down to 99. We go for Scald. But I think we have to agree that the Slowking is going to take down his last 2 mons. 75. Yep, I think we have to agree that the last few mons are going to be taken down by Slowking. So Wicked, the reliable partner, comes out. We are going to go for a Slack Off. Slack Off is what we have to go for. Shadow Sneak should not take us out. We are, yep, takes us down to 7. We go for Slack Off. 204 to 180. We go for Scald. If this is Focus Sash, goes for Shadow Sneak. It goes from 180 to 112. It does 60 points of damage. Goes for Scald. Takes it down to a Focus Sash. We are down to 88. We get one more thing. Gotta go for Slack Off. The time has run out. The battle is over. You defeated Michael. So takes us to 2-4 to 2. I'm gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do about this and how that necessarily works. I think it's good that Slowking was gonna finish those last 2 mons off. I'll put a disclaimer in the description letting you know what we settled on, what the final score was. But good game to Delta Breeze, my good friend. I think that we are 3-0 in the times that we have gone against each other, that I've won each time, but we will see what the judges and the commissioners say. If you enjoy videos like this, sorry this one was a little long, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you later, KPL fans.